in downtown Kitchener, where we're gonna visit an urban beehive with beekeeper Melissa. Hi, Melissa.
Hi.
So we're just here on Duke Street in downtown Kitchener, and you have a hive here. How long have you had it?
Actually, this one I just started in the spring. I had one and I split my hive into two. Brought one of them over here.
Okay, and you also have an assistant beekeeper. Hello, assistant beekeeper. What's your name? Are you gonna show us the hive? All right, let's go. Okay.
Do you want to let the smoker down?
Okay. You are.
I get to
Wait till it gets a little bit of a fire on there.
I'm smoking the beehive.
So that they know that we're coming. Okay, that's lots. That's lots. And then a little bit at the top. Good. Okay, now let's open it up.
All right.
No, the flowers don't need to smoke.
What is that white stuff?
That is a patty for the bees. It's made out of shortening and sugar, and the bees eat it, and it kills any mites that they have on them.
And that's a natural way to remove mites. Yeah.
Yep.
And you just
So-
made that yourself, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's just
Like
yeah,
a
pretty
sugar
easy
and
to
oil
smush
patty.
down. Because most commercial beehives, they put pesticides in the hive in the spring and the fall, because mites are so much of a problem. But I don't put pesticides in my hive. So. What are they when they're white ones?
They are. Where are they?
They're larvae.
They're larvae.
Yep. And what about when we put a roof on them? What is inside underneath that roof?
There's pupa under there.
Yeah, those are pupa. So the eggs, when they hatch, they are these little white megady things. Those are larvae. And then once they are old enough, the bees put a lid on them of wax and propolis.
This is honey.
There's honey in there. And so it pupates, and then when the bee is fully grown, it eats its way out. So yeah, what's this stuff here?
What is it?
This is the honey that's ready.
Can we take some?
Maybe later.
So what are the kind of basic tools that you need to start up, kind of the essentials that you
Okay.
need, and how much do those things cost?
So this is a smoker. A smoker will be in the range of $30. This is not essential, but I found it makes it a lot easier. This is a frame lifter. I think it's like $20, maybe
Okay.
30. This is called a hive tool. If you buy it at a garden or at a hardware store, it's called a scraper. You can find
Okay.
it somewhere else too.
And then you have your
Yeah,
Your
this is
hat
my
and
veil. So the hat I got used, but just this veil part was about $30.
okay.
I started with 2 deeps and 2 shallows, and that was enough. That's what I put on my hive in my first year. The boxes, I get them unassembled at the bee store, and then I put them together myself and paint them. So they're less than $30 that way.
Each box.
Each box.
So basically, all of your supply is around $200 to get
for
started.
one, yeah.
For one.
I mean,
hive.
they say it's best to start with more than one hive, because then if you have trouble with one, then you can use a strong hive to help out a weak hive, or combine them if you need to.
Team up.
But yeah, to start with one, that's about what it costs.
So to start the hive though, you had to buy a nucleus of bees.
Yeah,
They come in a jar. What is that? How
No,
does that come?
it's a box, like a cardboard box. They call it a 4-frame nuke. It's 4 frames. It'll have frames of brood, that's the baby bees, and then frames of honey and pollen to get them started, and a queen to lay.
Right. Dance of the bumblebee. So for some people who don't have land in the city to have your own beehive, you can come out a little bit out of town. We're here in St. Agatha, just outside of Waterloo, where we're gonna see Marco's hive. Marco is another hobby beekeeper. Come in here.
Hi,
Marco.
Janice. The tool.
It's the Triforce. Actually, it's a bee escape.
Whoa, whoa.
Are you gonna
It's
check
like
for
80 bucks for
anthrax?
this stupid thing.
He's gonna check for anthrax.
Looks pretty good with the collar pops.
Oh, yeah.
This frame is almost all capped honey. There's
So
there's a little part right there that's not capped yet. Once they fill that up, they have to fill it up with nectar, and then they have to evaporate it enough that it turns thick like honey, so it turns into honey, and then they'll put a cap on it and it keeps once it's capped. So this frame is almost totally honey.
So if you wanted to harvest that honey, how would you do it?
This, well, because I don't have a lot of bees and I don't have machinery to, traditionally beekeepers put these frames in a machine that spins them around and forces the honey out that way.
Yeah.
I don't have any equipment like that, so I would just take a frame like this, cut out all this comb into a bucket, smash it all up, and then strain it through some kind of strainer. And
So you'd have
the
honey
wax would be left
and wax.
behind, and honey would be in the bottom. The worker bees only live for about 6 weeks, and in that time, I've read that they make only a teaspoon of honey.
Wow.
So each bee is only responsible for making a teaspoon of honey, which is a pretty amazingly tiny amount when you think about it, because one hive like this could give you, I'm not really sure because I haven't taken honey, but from what I remember reading, 150 pounds of honey maybe.
Wow.
Sometimes 200 pounds of honey you can get from a hive. Per season, yeah. And considering a teaspoon is not very much, you can see how much collective work it is.
So to help out the bees find their pollen and nectar, you can plant certain flowers and plants that are good for them. For example, dandelions. Don't cut and kill your dandelions because bees love dandelions. Is it right?
It's the first flowers that are available in the spring. so,
Okay.
pretty much anything that's shaped like a daisy,
Okay.
the bees will be attracted to because they like it nice and open, easy to tell where the center is. And apparently, because of the way that they see, they have a preference for blue flowers or bicolored flowers.
There's lots of these.
Okay.
So can I pick
Just
one?
one. Just one.
This was
Okay.
the one. Wow.
You're strong.
Oopsie.
That's okay.
I can pull the one I want off. Can you help? This is the one I want.
Okay, maybe we'll put the rest of it back in the ground. This is a native bee, yeah.
A bee that's actually native to this land because honeybees are
Imported, yeah.
important.
Watch this.
Getting some nectar, getting some pollen.
Whoa, honey gooped
Yeah,
out.
I know, it's because it's... So that's full of honey,
Whoa.
and I've squished some bees there. So honey, and the other side's empty. So this is a plastic frame. That's why it says plastic on top.
Okay. Thanks, Marco.
You're welcome.
Okay, well, thank you, Melissa, for showing us your bees.
My pleasure.
And thank you to Melissa's assistant, Busy the assistant. Say bye.
Bye.